sipendi venye mnafanya kila kitu about conditioning or anything. You know, it does not make it right. As a person and start having different beliefs.
Stop blaming other men kill themselves every fucking year because they're taught we cannot share.
By whom?
Men!
Exactly! No! By men! Why can't men empower other men the way women strive? People will say at least women have the option ya kupeana wafike juu. Do you think we want to sleep with this man?
The root cause for all these problems, sometimes I tend to think it's actually women. You are lying. You are lying.
Niambie hizo rich people problems. Niambie kama poor people don't have the same problems. Unaona hata when you oversleep at home wanakutangaje? Huko ni wapi unaishi? Wanakutangaje?
Mali ya dunia.
Ni mali ya dunia lakini tuko wapi? You need it. You need money.
Hi guys, it's your boy the Melanin King and this is the Melanin King Show. If it is your first time to be here, all I'm telling you is karibu sana. If you have not yet pressed that subscribe button, kindly please do so. So today we have a very exciting show lined up for you and I have very amazing guests lined up for you. I want them to introduce themselves and what exactly they do. I will start from my far right hand. I'm the ladies first.
Ladies first. Unajua nimejintroduce kwa hii episode mara nyingi kila mtu anataka.
Wacha kujua. Wewe ni mwenyeji.
But at this point tunafaa tuseme the Melanin and Brandy show.
Mambo ya Mungu hayo. Mambo ya Mungu.
That's crazy. Sasa tuanze na huko.
My name is Rick Mwangi, but I'm more well known as Dogwo. Online, I'm a social media creator. I do a lot of social commentary, and my God, I'm so glad to be here. Like, I'm a genuine fan of literally everyone here on this couch, you know. So, on to the next.
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Nosim Natasha. Kama unijui fanya homework, thank you. I am a podcaster. A podcaster that has taken a break. Yeah, I'm also a media personality. Nimefanya journalism in case kuna watu wanasemanga tu hiyo na they do not have the papers.
Professional. In fact, hata nitasema hivyo pia hebu maliza.
Yeah, I'm a professional media personality. I am also an auntie. Tunasema hizo zote. Nilianza kujulikana TikTok guys, so I don't like saying I'm a TikToker, but I am a TikToker. Content creator, digital content creator, that's it. I'm an influencer as well and I am excited, beyond excited to be here.
One of the biggest in the country, should I mention?
Hello! Clock that, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, kwanza just story ya degree. You know, I saw a while ago nilikuwa na kustop. Umenipata.
Focus. Mushikeni mpeleke police station.
Nilikuwa na kustop and then you know when we started talking you told me that you were still in school.
Yeah. But for a different degree though.
I didn't know that. So I had just met you. So when I'm stalking I'm like seeing a graduation ceremony. I'm like, girl, you're going for the second round?
Honey, I'm getting a doctorate. What do you mean?
Period.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I will put my phone number there. Mchange scholarship, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Hatuna pesa kwetu lakini lazima tupate doctorate.
Yeah. Lazima tuite doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, so now to introduce, hi, my name is Brandy. I'm a content creator, producer. Journalism degree niko nayo, please.
Period.
Usiseme hapa content creators don't. We know we went to school for
we are smart, at least. Hey.
Kinge kurava. Nibunishe kulewana.
But she said what she said.
I didn't say what I said.
No, she did though. She did.
Hey, the man.
Make of it as
But I think that's all to my introduction. I'm a content creator, producer.
Yeah.
Sister, you know, friend.
Thanks.
We know each other. Madam, bish. Oh, what in bish tazam.
Even though tumekuwa friend zone atogua it.
Lol.
Mwambia.
Mimi niko na bibi by the way, so I'm not that transition.
See, when you ask God to give you a man.
Yeah. Then
like
he sends.
Yes.
Imagine hata kuna mtu anamaliza na amesema. Alafu wewe wako anaulizwa anasema Nani?
Mpaka anaanza kuwatusi.
Ati usiniweke pamoja na
wewe. So dem.
Hey, get men who love you.
Who are not ashamed
to be with you. But it's okay, tutapata.
Yeah.
Especially us. Unajua sisi wa deadly lazima tutupate.
Mimi ni ngumu mtu wa ngumu.
Lakini tutapata tu kama Shonaro alipata.
Real Buddha. Real.
Na akapata tajiri.
Tukisema hivyo sisi tunasema eti kukua kichwa ngumu ndo ni mbaya. We are saying it is actually the best.
That's how you get the good people.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Don't get it twisted, honey.
That's all they know.
Wewe.
Love what you love. It's okay, baby. Kwa viloko, utapenda viloko.
Thank you. Yes.
Kwa kichwa ngumu naona utaji.
But honestly, I don't think I can be as
You are judging me.
No.
Okay. Sawa.
Na wewe ni nani na unaenda wapi?
Ngori.
Wewe ni sure asking me.
Jieleze.
Kama sisi tumesema hadi aunt, sister. Mbona yeye sasa
Wow. So guys, my real name is Glant Will, for those of you who don't know.
Who?
Glant Will.
Glant.
Yeah. Will.
Glant.
Like Glant.
Ni joke what's up?
Like Glant Will. Yes, no, same.
That's very okay.
Yes,
your parents are creative.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's a better way to say it.
So do you guys want me to apologize for?
No. We're just saying.
Can we get shocked?
Nimezoea itabidi umeanza kuzoea.
Yeah, itabidi by the way.
Glant Will.
That's a beautiful name though.
Don't lie.
No, like I had to like Google the meaning of my name.
What does his mean? What does yours mean?
Mine means haystack. Glant will sounds fancy.
It is.
Also,
It sounds like a fancy glass.
It sounds like
it sounds white. That's what it sounds like.
Oh,
it sounds like a drink I would take.
Racist. No, I am allowed to be racist.
As a minority, I think we are allowed.
You need jina ufollow.
We have a lot we can go through, yeah? Tumepitia mengi bwana tuache.
Oh my God.
But no, like it sounds white. That's not being racist.
No, that's true though.
Yeah, because kuna majina zenye black people are usually called.
Gasku Komondi. No, that was my friend in primary school.
No.
Gasku Komondi.
I can tell you for a fact.
Yeah.
Hao watu walitoka ndani ya Kisumu ndani.
Yeah.
Kisumu na kwa Luya.
Komondi.
No.
Komondi.
Gasku Komondi.
Abi
He's a civil engineer right now. He's doing really well.
Sasa
Yeah, na Gasku.
No, I don't know why his mom called him that. Like,
imagine itabidi ukwe na alias
Nika kuitoa ng'ombe.
haki. Itabidi ujiite kakitu. Ujiite nickname. You guys should be
Thank
going
God
by
for having
name.
the parents you have because we were ng'ombe.
Kwanza mimi Brandy. You know, people still don't even believe that's my real
that's a
name.
stripper name.
Wait, talk about
That one is
If
like,
we're just being real.
Toka kwa isho.
siko baya.
Endelea kujiexplain.
Hatukuacha aseme jina. Tulimsema.
Hiyo itatoka kwa kichwa wangu. Glant Will.
Yeah.
Okay, Glant.
Yeah, Glant Will. Then the second name is another shocker. Ruvinzu.
I would have never.
Purely Kenyan.
No,
Very
that's-
Kenyan.
Ruvinzu.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni ya wapi? I'm not being tribal, I promise.
Huyu hatawahi pata zile vitu za Coca-Cola. Like in
Western.
any way.
Never ever.
Yeah, zile za kuchupa
At least mimi nikikosa brand nitapata Mora.
Mona.
Mora ya hizi vitu za Coke. Mora is such a common name.
Unasema Coke.
Coke.
So like kwa hizi vitu ama customized keychains.
Yeah.
Like Mora is something I'd easily get. Brandy
Oh.
I would never get. Unless wendo mwambie next week na kujeje imeandikwa
Yeah.
Yeah.
Content creator, YouTuber, podcaster now, and what else, Brandy?
Okay.
Are you a husband to anyone?
Acha ndio nashanga. Yeah, you husband.
To Brandy.
Hey, guys.
No ring.
Anyway,
No ring.
listen.
Amekata kunitumia za salon.
Wacha nikwambie ukweli, aliniambia nikuje alafu tutaongea. Sami, I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
God damn.
Yeah.
Guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh Lord.
And I'm not about to haribu marriage ya watu. You just explain yourself.
Please do.
Grant will.
Can we do the show? Can we do the show?
Imagine mazi yako amejam. Alafu anakuja kwa bed.
Grant will.
Really, guys? Oh my God! Why did I tell these people my name?
It's okay. Imagine to 10 minutes.
Why would you call yourself Melanin King if your name is Glantwill?
I know Glantwill is such a cool name.
That's like Albert and Bart.
Mbona mnashinda mmedanganya?
Alafu username yako. I think it is honestly
No,
different, not cool. I think it's really
Don't imagine.
No, see, you're hurting my feelings.
No, like imagine if I came up to you like, okay,
natural gland.
Land.
That's
how you do?
Ndakucheka.
Gland.
Kwanza mtazani unangoa.
So like gland.
No, for real. No way. That name is actually classic. Yeah.
Director.
It is.
Like charge.
Nice. Mimi ningekuwa wewe ningejiita okay huko juu. Si unaonanga kuna majina mbili. Ile huko juu ningesema maybe Melanin King. Ama hii chini user. Melanin King alafu ile huko juu niseme gland.
It will
and then you separate.
No. You can't gland.
Will.
You can't gland. It has to be a whole name.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be two
no,
names.
like for
it's gonna be Glant and Will, and then people will know my name is Glant. The second one
is limbo. Like when you say Glantwill, it feels like.
But I use Glantwill as my hashtag. Say Glantwill as my hashtag on my videos.
Me, wallahi, me kona hashtag to raise a fruit.
To raise a fruit watu wengi hutumia.
Yeah.
Especially the cool like
kilitoka wapi?
Nilisikia Maria alisema was like
okay, I'm like
oh, you took notes.
Yes, I would you.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I did. Kwa nini uko
Brandy, you took notes.
Wewe mbona ukusoma uko? Wewe unasoma university.
You took notes.
You also called me here on we will talk basis. So like let a girl
out to watch.
Okay.
Ebu sema tunaongelea nini episode
kabla
ili kutoe kwa hizo
vitu zingine tunaongelea off camera.
Unafanya hadi ni sawa. The thing was the role. What do you think about gender roles in the modern relationships? Like, do you think previously, like, kuna a lot of changes when it comes to
yes.
So basically that's the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, the roles of
the importance of gender.
Yeah. Basically that's the thing.
So what do you? Kabla tuanze kusema maneno yetu junajua mtajam. Comment tuambie what do you think about gender roles?
Kama wewe ni mzee.
Especially kama umepita 30 and above.
Ngori. Ushaitwa mzee wewe.
Usijali. Hizi ni stories za majenzi. Wewe na millennials kama mko na other rules that's okay.
Kila mtu because you find girls like that are in their 20s, early 20s. They look for like millennials because they feel like they're the ones who are established.
Mature.
Please put quotes.
Hujakutana mtu akona miaka 40 na EQ ya mtoto wako 14 wewe.
I swear talking to men will just make you.
So, can we just be general about this and say, right? Gender roles, right? Because one thing we cannot all deny is we have all been conditioned by literally a similar kind of like parent. Do you know when I say that, right? Mm-hmm. Because our parents, okay, if you look back at the history of Kenya, because our parents are conditioned by that shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
My Huka and his siblings low-key fought for independence.
Yeah, really. Actually, my mom.
Kuna wale, right? But zina connect.
My mom.
Sini kweli, like...
Nasema
seriously, it's true though. It's true. Like they learned that you have to shave your hair because a white man said so.
Yeah.
You know the white men don't even cut their hair.
They're not even here. Like, bro, like, okay.
You know, I think white men, okay.
It's because our hair was nappy and they didn't like us as a whole race. So it's nothing to do with me.
Na mjaona wazungu wanajaribu kuweka dreads.
Yeah, that's true.
These people try so hard to be us. I don't understand why.
Even with the surgeries they take at increasing the size of your lips. Who has big lips?
And they are cut up.
Do you know, fun fact, right? We as a society in Africa decided to get like we chose women with like wider like hips.
Yeah.
So what are you telling me?
No,
what are you telling me?
Listen. We chose women with wider hips because genetically they would give birth to children who live. That's where it came from. But then the white man came with his own colonization. And just it became a fetish instead of a thing for procreation. Because women with smaller hips ended up dying during childbirth. That's where that came from. You can go and look that up because that's crazy.
Really not serious.
Sasa unajua mimi niko na small lakini mimi mama yangu alizaa so at least
relax. The societal standard
was na small hips. What do you mean?
Let's stop you.
What do you mean? Ebu check huyu manzi.
Uli mwanaume wako bado. Haya,
gland.
I've stopped.
Glance will.
Let's dive into this.
Okay.
Guys, let's dive into this now. So you pick one, you start from there.
Ngoja kwanza kwa kitu alisema nishasawa nilikuwa nikupose ukisema that it's general and it has nothing to do with generations. I think it does because look, as much as to some level even Gen Z's, Gen Alphas will be conditioned to the same the same gender roles that X and kwenda mbele huko boomers nini had. To ours, it's a bit different because kuna women empowerment, and I'm not saying women are empowered enough to I'm saying like we have more advantages than the women of Wakitambo, because women Wakitambo had no other way to be financially independent other than a man. They had no other way. And us, we have options. We can decide, by the way, neza work, niko na degree, neza pata jobu, neza jiprovidea na niache mwanaume anataka kuniongelesha vile ananiongelesha. And I will leave. Na ukijaribu kuniambia a woman should stay in the kitchen, I'll tell you, okay, your woman should stay in the kitchen, and as from now henceforth I can't be that woman.
So
I will go do my own thing. So that to some level, not so much because bado tuko na hiyo. No, but it has changed a bit.
It has changed a lot because let's be honest, right? There's a whole bunch of misogyny that was imported by our colonizer because let's be honest, in Kenya there's never been a point in our history where men had more rights than women. Unlike in the Western world.
Hello, can you rewind?
No. Let's go back. Women have had the same rights as men in Kenya as women in the rest of the world earlier because of one thing. Right? Misogyny is an important
I'm gonna agree with
especially
that.
when it comes to law. I agree. Right?
We also had our misogyny and oppressing of the women even before the white man.
We called it culture. We called it culture.
Yes, we call it culture, and now when you go away from it, they get
angry.
Exactly.
But me, I'm not gonna be oppressed by culture.
No. Do you know why I say that, right? Because of one specific thing, right? Women in Africa is okay. I'll say Kenya.
Yes.
Have always had the right to vote, have always had the right to own land.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Land?
That's a lie.
That's a lie. I can speak on land, I can speak on cows, I can speak on...
I think
from my grandpa, because me, as I told you guys, my mom was fighting for independence. So, I am more connected to my granddad and than most people are, Now, how your granddad wangu tuseme alikuwa in the 1930s, that makes sense. So my family right now, it's because only that my granddad was educated and he was a chief and he was more woke that he also gawiad my moms, my aunties and mom shamba. Na hawakupatiwa even the same amounts. And mind you, my aunts were not married. Okay. And my mom as well. So they didn't have to leave their land and go somewhere else, So shamba watu wa kitambo, as long as you're a woman,
you wouldn't get.
You are not getting it.
I agree. I agree, but the difference is this. In law, you are allowed to own land. I know this because of my Maito. My Maito was a second wife to a chieftain. My Shushu.
Oh, Shushu, yes.
Yeah, right? Okay. She was allowed to own land, right?
Was she?
No. By law, she was.
By law.
That's why I say the misogyny and the patriarchy in African society is based in culture.
Yeah.
But in law, women have the same rights as men.
No, not really.
But even that matter If in real
No,
life I
tell
would
me one
get
specific law that applies to men that does not apply to women.
But don't you think this were changed when the
Reproductive
white
rights.
man came?
Reproductive rights.
Yes.
You guys can control whether you want your nini. You guys have condoms everywhere. You guys can control whether you want your nini to go and give birth to a baby. But we, once you have released it, we have no right. People can abort these days, but chini ya maji. It's not even legally. You need mara either.
Let me tell you what you are doing. You are reproductive rights. If he does it and you realize you're pregnant, don't even tell him.
That's true.
Make the decision by yourself. You don't keep it, tell him. If you don't keep it,
no, I'm not even talking about Hivo.
I agree.
By law, abortion is not allowed unless it affects your health or the baby's health. And you guys get choice. You guys get a choice whether I want, I don't. You have it everywhere. You do not have the same reproductive rights.
Even birth controls are usually on women.
And what's weird is that men do wanakuanga fertile.
Exactly.
247.
Like once you get me
puberty. Wanakuanga hadi death. Sisi, no, let me just say. Sisi, it's only 1 week a month. Na see all our lives. Me from Nilinio 16 to like 45. But then it's from like 13 to death. And bad we still sisi ndo tunameza math. Let us talk. And then you're telling me that we have the same rights. We don't we are not even close when it comes to equal rights. No, let me just tell you, women have never had equal rights. We are not even close to getting by law or culture.
Listen, this is where I feel like we missed the point, right?
Yeah.
I agree with everything that you said.
Yeah.
Wacha kabla agree, niongeze kitu kingine. When a woman gets pregnant, it takes her 9 months to give birth.
That's true.
How many more women would you have impregnated then?
More than 9.
Thank you.
Okay.
More than these are 9.
What I say is this, right? As much as women don't get to choose their gender, men don't either.
Yeah.
But you
have
it's okay.
So whenever you have control, we don't. And when we try to get control from you, but the culture of a woman, you and your culture can go die.
You are right. You are right.
Kids.
My objection is this. My objection comes here, right? You are completely right in the sense of men have chosen to negate their responsibility when it comes to children. That is a fact. That is not an opinion anymore. Statistics back that up. You can go look it up, right? But at the end of the day, we all come to one specific thing. The genesis of this conversation came from the point where the misogyny that we experience in African society is based on culture, right? That we pass on to law, right? And the law, let me be very honest, right? A bulk of the misogyny that really has a deep and impactful difference on women's lives is based on misogyny that is so internalized in men's culture that transpires in law. Like when you go to America, there's a bunch of men who feel like abortion should not be a right for women.
Imagine.
When you go to Kenya, that's not even an issue.
First world country na bado wanafikiria kama duanzi. You know, sometimes I think like tunafaa to review easy world countries in every few years, because
that said does not mean we are where we're supposed to be as men in Kenya, but that just means that we have to understand that a lot of the misogyny that we contain as men in Kenya comes from a place of adapting it from our colonizer.
How would you explain the fact that the misogyny is so internalized to a point people can't even help it? Like, imagine it's just your strength. That's the only thing you have over a woman.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do you think African men believe it's neatness to cut their hair?
Colonization, that's for
No, I'm talking about
you can see that
it's not colonization.
No,
we say it's culture.
You have to understand that, right? It's like layers to a pizza, right?
But that's not my study.
This is the base, right? But if you put the tomato and the cheese on, it all becomes one integrated piece of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We are at a point where we have this internalized beliefs from our colonizer of how neat, how clean, how A, B, C, D should look like, that we have translated into a modern society. And do you know what the funny thing is? The roots of these things are based on the things that we culturally believe in from the get-go. That's why it works so efficiently. So in terms of colorization, in terms of
just colonialism.
Well, colonialism colorism is different. Colorism ilikuja na racism.
Exactly.
Like it's a package.
I don't know.
No. But that's the same thing
with white people.
else.
Yeah, white people when you like they make themselves like walijiweka in a different caliber from the black people. So even black people, because they were colonized and they were taken over entirely, they have this idea that the lighter the better. That's a dumb way to think. I'm sorry for you and your generation, because all of you
Mutu pays of Carolite.
Now can you start? Now mmejam tu sana.
It's not a decolonization.
Now mmejam tu sana. Na tujaanza show.
Oh,
this is scary. Okay. Coffee, thanks.
Oh my god. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Do you think these changes are more positive or negative for modern relationships?
What changes?
I mean, I think how things used to happen previously, right? How things used to happen previously.
And the way that changing.
So let me ask that question again.
Yeah.
Do you think that the changes that we're facing in terms of our social constructs,
gender roles and stuff,
gender roles, they are better now as compared to what they were in the past? So that's the question.
Answer the question.
Tell us what you think.
For me, gender roles have always served men. And I feel a society is always better when we take care of our women, because our women tend to take care of us.
Yeah.
If you want to take it to the Bible,
for once I agree.
Because what a smart man. Yeah.
It's okay, it's facts. Like, you take care of the women in your life.
Yeah.
And the women in your life will take care of not only you
but
and your
entire existence.
That's
generations.
Healthy women determine the quality of society. And that's a hill of time.
Then why don't you want healthy women?
We do.
You guys don't want a healthy society.
Some of them just are so scared of what women can do. They can't.
I feel like that's the problem.
And I'm so sorry for you. I hope I never meet a man who's like that.
Because trust you me, hatuta-pose just because you're scared of us. Nitakuacha juu niko na rights za kuacha. Na naweza survive bila wewe.
Don't you think sometimes men are scared because probably they have seen how women, like now you're saying women are more empowered and all that stuff, how they have behaved as opposed to previously how they used to behave.
Also behaving like you're worthy or something.
I didn't hear the question.
I'm saying, so sizes tunasema women generally
like
are
submissiveness.
Submissiveness.
Yes.
So I tend to think like right now when you look at this generation now, the modern whatever the roles. So if more women are more empowered, the fear in men comes in as a result of they feel like these women will not submit
and they will not need that.
The reason, what I think the problem comes in when the problem comes in when a woman akianza kupata that sense of independence and all that, a man thinks she won't need him.
Yeah.
And that's a you problem. You need to work within yourself.
So it's a man.
Because I will always need a man if only this man is going to add something to me.
And
you know, if you're good to me, if you treat me well, you know, even women submit naturally.
Like
some of us are
in our nature. Me, I think it's in our nature. No, let me tell you, it is in our nature, but women only submit to women who are worth of submissiveness.
That's true.
Who are worth of submissiveness.
That's right.
Wewe hawezi kuwa that your only role in this family or relationship is money, and then I get money, and then you expect to have the same level. You need to have more. You need to have financial, emotional, something. Emotional. Taking care of, like, let's be friends. No, isikwe kama when ni boss wangu tu, I only need money. Such that when you have money, you are disposable. That can't be your only role. And I know society has taught you that, a man needs to provide other than money. You don't need to be anything else. You need to be a human being.
But have money.
With money, yes. But you need to be a human being first.
Guys,
and then money comes.
Guys, you wanna know something funny? The minute you have an X factor, when I say an X factor, it is something about you as a person that adds value to those around you, and it's not completely based on gender, right? If you're the kind of person who, for instance, right, if you're the person who has knowledge, if you're a person who has insight, if you're a person who has A, B, C, D that is up and above the ordinary, believe me, when I tell you that there is no space you'll walk into where you'll ever feel like money is the thing that you need to provide. Even with your woman. So at the end of the
Because
day,
anyone can get money.
Really.
and at the end of the day, you have to understand one thing. If all you provide for your woman to be a differential factor is money, then all she needs is a job.
Yeah. Imagine.
All she needs is that's
So be more than just a bank.
And then the dumb ones, wengine wanadhani ni money na semen. Because they are like, oh, you can't get a child without me. Hello.
Let me tell you. Imagine.
Let me just say that.
And you know what's better
With
about
no money, I could just live without a man.
And you know what's better about
She didn't lie though.
No, you know what's very good about the whole the bone marrow can fertilize my egg is that it will automatically be a girl. I know. If we wanted to wipe you, we can literally wipe off the whole thing. So you behave. Money cannot be your only good thing
Okay, guys.
You need to have other qualities.
I understand for a fact that we all have these things that we feel about the other gender, right? Based on maybe our predisposed nature to like the things that we've been exposed to. But at the end of the day, right? Let no societal standard lie to you that we're a better apart.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we all have something to offer. And that's it. Let me finish. They are evil men. There are people who are just terrible human beings who tend to take advantage of
What is the higher percentage? What is the higher percentage?
women. It's okay. It's men.
Of the men who are evil or the ones that
The 80%
It's okay.
evil.
Exactly, we could do without you.
That's
nasema
not really. No. I genuinely believe
I see his point.
no gender can live better without the other because there's a cosmic balance.
We coexist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are better when we're together. And listen,
When is it that you need a man most?
no. What are the kind of men that you need?
I need a man, really.
No, what are the kind of men you need when you're ovulating? Because that's the difference.
Let me.
Man.
No. If you have a man in your life, right? Believe me, half your needs will get off the table because let me be very honest with
That's
you.
the man I need.
Yeah.
But they're only like
So you agree?
10%.
I do agree with the fact that we cannot. A human cannot be an
coexist
island. We need a man or a woman depending on your
We need each
sexuality.
other.
But in this situation where
Men-
evil one outnumber the
And
one,
then-
I'd rather stay without it.
And then the men wenye sisi tunapata they are all bad.
Wengine wanasema videos za watu wengine wanasema what would you do if the world didn't have men around? And someone just says walk around at night.
Honestly.
The simple things.
Imagine.
Probably go smoke at the beach.
Oh, wow.
Wear a short skirt in a matatu.
Exactly.
I would do that.
It's so hard to live.
If I had.
I wish you were God. You would
Men have literally participated highly in making
so
the
if
world
the number
dangerous
is
for women.
if the number is 90,
Guys, we need to acknowledge.
No,
Like,
imagine niongezea your story ya making it evil for women, even for men. Men are afraid to walk outside, not because a woman will attack him.
but because I'm
Because I'm Even men are afraid of men. So it makes sense that
Glad Will and I have a say right now.
mumekuwa na say patriarchy yote sasa hivi nataka say.
No, the patriarchy is 1% of rich old men who want to take advantage.
No.
even the broke men are
Who? They have all mixing.
They have nothing.
We are all fucking suffering. Like
Bado mnasafa.
No, really.
this game.
Kama tungekuwa tunaenda job opportunity like interview tumeenda mimi na Glantwill. Mimi na Glantwill tumeenda kutafuta job. Nikose kupea huyo boss.
Atapata job, imagine. And then people will say, people will say at least women have the option ya kupeana wafike juu. Do you think we want to sleep with this man? No, people are doing it out of circumstance. So that is sexual harassment. It's not a privilege.
Let me tell
And
you.
other people think it's a
Let me tell you something.
Let's keep the conversation balanced.
The root cause for all these problems, sometimes I tend to think it's actually women. You are loud. You are loud.
Beg me. Get these cameras.
Come
Come back.
I can't explain.
Please stay. No.
The root cause.
Bro.
The root
No, they're gonna say the
You
root
wanna
cause.
tap in? Yeah, tap in. I'm gonna shoot for a fucking crossbar. Come on, bro, relax. That's not what he meant. Relax, calm down.
They're saying
They
the
have a
root
point.
cause. The root cause is women, but the system was set up by men, and then the problem is women.
No.
Make it better for yourselves, but then
She
you
has a
guys
point.
have it.
You literally have the part.
Literally, it's a patriarchal world. Why don't you make it better for you?
She has a point.
Sisi tuna fight for ourselves, alafu mnakuja kusema women have been given so much freedom. We have not been given. We have fought.
Yes.
We have fought tooth and nail for this freedom, and we don't even have equal freedom yet.
My neighbors will think I'm competing.
Okay.
Maybe my neighbors will think not compete.
No, for real. Bro.
Okay.
Without even like that, wouldn't
It was a topic. Bro, it was a topic.
Next.
What do you mean? No! Listen, to conclude from the male perspective, right? They are completely right. We set up a game that we ended up losing at because we valued ourselves with what we can provide.
You're still
right?
winning though, chill.
But at the end of the day, we set ourselves up for transactional relationships in which we hoped for, in the sense of we were able to take advantage of women.
No, mini chapati, but anyway.
But the truth of the matter is this, right? No human being, other than the evil, ever desires a relationship where they're taking advantage of someone else. You know?
Yeah.
So if you find yourself in a situation like that,
That's
let's be honest with each other, right?
Yeah.
You have a problem, they have a problem, you both have an issue, you know?
And it's okay to work on yourself to remove the problem.
Therapy. See free like
and it's not gender exclusive, but I will be honest and say men have a higher propensity of propagating that kind of reality.
Yeah, that's true.
This is why we have you on this episode.
Do you think Hey, I'm speaking, hello?
Okay.
Do you think there is still an expectation for women to take on more household duties even if they are working full time?
Yes!
Imagine. And then they will tell you
Madam Nabonga, excuse me, I asked the question, can I speak? Thank you. Yeah, so I've been in a household where a woman is working full time, and if the nanny was not around, she would still come back, make dinner, wash dishes,
after working,
wash the house, wash the clothes. And I actually am not signing up for that. Kama unadhani wewe ndio huyo mwanaume, ninajua nilisema niko single, but I'm not that single. Thank you.
We are not. We might be hungry.
Drops mic.
But you can make our own food. Period. And I think it's so unfair, especially women. Wachana na sahi, unajua sahi tuko very empowered enough. Okay, wengine kuna venye, men sometimes are kuna manipulative power. They manipulate you to be the woman you are trying not to be. But turudi nyuma kiasi. Wao waligrow na gender roles za demako kitchen.
Yeah.
And now they can work. So they're like, oh, I can work and I can also be in the kitchen. But the man took advantage. The man took advantage, was like, oh, you can pay bills 50-50. But when it comes to chores, there's no 50. There's no 50, it's only 100-0. And that's very unfair. If you want your woman to go 50-50 on bills, guess
50-50
what?
on chores.
50-50 on fucking chores.
Because
and if you think it's so easy to do chores and not go to work, how about this? Do all the chores and let me go to work.
Yeah, because it's not fair that you make a woman get out of a full-time job where she's shouted at probably. The boss is really mean and all that. And then una expect akuje tena
Munafika home yote mmechoka.
Hata si nyote, let's say, because even in situations where the man is not even working.
Yeah.
Bado ata expect.
So first of all,
and I've been, I have seen such a household and I wasn't
money.
Branding.
Nitakutoa kwa show.
clearly we selected a topic that Brandy is gonna drive all through.
I'm not thriving.
No.
We women are not thriving in this. I'm not thriving.
It's not even trying to shine or anything. It's just
I know, she's not trying to shine.
Allow her.
Yeah.
I wish you could have a conversation about different types of dresses. That's where thrive and flowers and being given
and
money.
even then, that's where men have an opinion about that shit.
It's like it hurts people.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
And the fact that we are more expressive doesn't mean tunataka ku. You know, some people will assume this is a viral moment. No, it's just
it's not.
It is true.
Yeah, it is actually true.
Yeah, women rep because I have something to say in Parliament.
Really.
I feel like we generalize a lot of things because like when you talk about the 50-50 thing, it varies from man to man. First of all, yeah, it varies. Like not all men, like personally, I wouldn't do a 50-50. I've told you that before, right? But when it comes to chores, I've said this to you before. When it comes to house chores, I honestly, I would want you to do it. Not because I can't really do it, not because the society has put that in my mind that it's the woman who's supposed to do it, but I just feel like it's more rightfully.
That's right. Articulate this.
Wait, come on, do it.
Let him speak.
Yeah.
Let's hear this point. Now, please say this with the words that you mean.
With the words that I
What of when you say right
now? Yeah, I'm putting society aside. I'm like
society, mama, anyone who had anything to do with your upbringing.
First of all, we are never equal. Let's start from there. Men and women can never be equal.
Yeah.
True or false?
I disagree.
We can't be the same.
We are equal.
No, it depends really.
Thank you. That's the word.
We are not the same, but we are not the same.
We are not the same. That's the word.
I am a spade.
Okay.
She is whatever it is that God decided her to be. If that is a fucking Jembe or who.
If you're talking about us being
we are equal, but we are not the same. So my question is this: as a man, right? How do you expect
she's talking about
somebody else to take care of you?
Capabilities, we are way on top, but that is a conversation the society.
Are you born into a relationship?
The society is not ready to have. When it comes to capabilities,
can we pause? Hello. What is the difference you think? We are not equal. Why would you say we are not equal?
I mean, I'm looking at it in so many other aspects. Apart from the fact that you can actually go to work and bring in money. The other things that men can do.
And what do men have to offer?
No, pause. Let him finish.
The other things that men can do when you talk about physical work, for example. Can you compare this to?
What else?
No, in the household. Let me just say this. Anasema kubeba mawe. We're in household. Na beba mawe wapi kwa nini?
Relax. I'm clocking right now.
So we're talking about physical work. We're talking about things to do with security. You don't expect someone is coming in
protecting us from whom? Men.
Rest, babe. What else?
The list is.
And the list two things.
Providence. I think you can tell yourself something. I don't need to.
Anza kusema zetu za female. Umesema zenu mbili anza za female. We can also go to work and bring money. We do chores. We give birth to human beings. We take care of men.
I've been carrying these kids all my life. I've been carrying these kids all my life.
Unajua mwanaume anajifanya duanzi na ameenda education mpaka university. Why are you acting as if you are talking about spams? Spams are easy to carry. Even a container. There are so many containers carrying spams in hospitals. Don't be telling me. There are so many containers carrying spams. So if all you are is a container carrying spams, then what does that have to say about you? You need to change, be better as a human being. And there's no way you're gonna tell us that we're not equals. We don't wanna be equals. Hatutaki kubeba mawe. We want equal opportunities, equal respect.
Exactly. We don't want equality, we want equity.
Yes.
And that ends the conversation. Can you pick
the next question?
No.
Okay.
It's not fair. We allowed you to speak.
Okay.
He spoke.
Yeah.
And said something shitty.
Imagine.
I cannot speak on this.
Okay. Do you want to mess that up?
On top of what Melanin what do you have to add?
I'll say this, right? I understand where you come from. I understand where you come from.
Yeah.
Right? Both these groups of people come from two schools of conditioning that girls and boys receive literally from like birth.
Unajua mimi sipendi venye mnafanya na kila kitu about conditioning or anything. You know, work on yourself as a person and start having different beliefs.
Stop blaming society for your
I agree. Relax. I agree. Can you let me land? Relax. I agree. But you cannot decide in this moment in time that, listen, 16, 15, 20 years of a man does not cry, a boy does not cry. A 4-year-old being learning that from a young age. You can, and who told you that? Women don't understand they can cry, but their father. My point is, your mom also told you, right? You my father, that's a lie. My father has never uttered such noise. My mother never. The church. No. The church. Someone taught you, right? The church taught me. Not my mother. School. It's the church. Someone teach you. The church. No. Who taught my mother that you are less than a man? The church. It's okay. The church taught me that.
Me, the society taught me because I was put in rooms where I could do better than a man, but I was not allowed to because a man was there. And then my mom was agree. It's the society.
I agree. Listen,
and that is why I try to change.
No, I agree. Let my point land, right? We are both victims of the same thing.
Are we?
Yeah.
Victim?
You victim?
No, people don't know that.
Someone is a victim. 500,000 men kill themselves every fucking year because they are told we cannot share.
By whom?
Men.
Exactly. No, by men. Why can't men empower other men the way women is right?
Why do women suppress the involvement and the empowerment of other women?
What do you mean?
Okay, let me ask you a question, right? Who is your biggest progression to progress in your workplace? Do you think it's men or do you think it's women?
I think it's men.
It's men because they have bigger.
Ask your audience. Ask your audience to come back to me later.
The audience has been programmed to think. No. I mean, listen. Another day, I need a conversation when it comes to female friendships versus.
They hate you.
No,
a man will steal your shorty friend will steal
your
what friend, will steal your job.
But we are talking about
you, and it's the same thing.
But you think your men are not talking about you?
It's the same thing. I've been saying the same thing. It all comes from the same place of conditioning.
So it's not about vile dem na boy wanaongea about each other. Don't bring that. We were talking about.
Can I talk? What I mean? First of all, we were talking about the workplace. I don't know how it moved to your
friendship.
No. Listen.
Even they are in competition with each other.
But listen, this woman would probably undermine me. Ama talk shit about me at work. Yes, but she only probably got that position because she slept with her.
Well, do you have?
Can I finish? Can I land? She slept with who? A man who favored her. In this case, I cannot get an opportunity because this woman spoke shit to me about me to this man whom she slept with. So how does that connect? Like, isn't that already a man sabotaging a woman?
That's true. Yeah.
Guys, hear me when I say this, right? I agree with 80% of what you're saying. The point where we disagree at is the source. And the source is we, when I say we, as a collective, right? Men and women both have prejudices against our own selves that make lives difficult for each other. But I agree with what you're saying.
No, because listen, men have prejudices for men, other men, and women.
That's true.
Women have prejudices against women.
Mostly.
Honestly, we don't really give up.
Listen, about men, when it comes about men, you guys
but men will tell you the same way I can sit here and accept the fact that there are prejudices that you experience from other women, and even though I'm not a woman, I can see that I can like, by the honestly, that's true. The same way I can come and tell you, by the let me be very honest with you. The same women who have prejudices against women are the same women who have weird ass prejudices against men in terms of you can only be a provider. And the same women who
I have not come across that woman yet.
Same, but like let's
to say the least, and I've met a lot of men who think
when you get married,
women have come across so many men who think that, but a woman who thinks a man should only be a provider, no. But I have met women who take care of a man who does not have a job. She has a job. She would literally take care of the kids, come back, cook, clean, cook.
And you know what the man is doing? The man is complaining.
Women who are
even after all that,
but they promote the education. So
I have.
You struggle.
What's that? No, I have.
Okay.
I have, and I understand. Ukona point, but let me tell you this: these women have been brainwashed into thinking that only men can be leaders, only men deserve the high positions, only men. And who has
Hence, okay, but you
brainwashed.
No, I mean, my question is this, right? Aren't there women who promote their male sons over their female daughters, even
willingly?
Yeah.
No,
they have been brainwashed. They have been taught to understand. But we should have brought that point up.
Yeah.
No, but the point is this, right? One thing I think we
say ngoja huyu anasema
toka kwa hii channel. I will host. I will gladly take control. Toka.
Huyu they're finding I am not.
No. I can see your point.
Wacha nikwambie kitu amesema.
Point and agreeing with it are very different.
Wacha nikwambie kitu amesema. He doesn't believe in brainwashing.
Come on. Do you know what? You're seeing you're dating and doing the same thing, and then you're there thinking,
who's dating?
You will never you. Do you know why I say that, right? Women come to me complaining about the same issues you're talking about, as if like, and then you come here and talk about like, we always knew this. No, the fuck you didn't.
Yeah. I always knew about what to
it has
been so vague. We need
you need specific details.
Yeah, please.
So how is it that you need specific details about a man who treats you the same as your father that you find it as an experience when a 21-year-old treats you the same way your dad didn't?
Let me tell you,
my dad treated
I'm a guy hanging, does not talk to you, and then you're like, why am I like this? And the nigga is the same age as me. Relax, my guy. You're
yes,
the same boat.
It is not
study psychology just to be dumb stumped by a nigga who barely finished high school. And the point is this, right? We both have issues in relation. We both understand each other. And the thing that you need to understand is this. You need to be able to understand that point and disagree with it, but yet be able to understand it.
Yeah.
Like, I can sit here and be able to tell you, right?
But there are points that are really dumb. You can't
especially in your
I agree.
Especially in your let me speak.
But that's the reality. I did not make the reality. I am just acknowledging it. The reality is this, right? You are dealing with men who are barely overcoming their own individual trauma, who are supposing on that.
No, I need to say something before you finishes. Yes, I understand your point.
You're right.
Let me go back to the point here. Umesema ati women tolerate shit from their dads that they wouldn't tolerate from their partners. Let me tell you something, Maina and anyone else who's not Maina. I did not choose my father. And just because I didn't get a choice,
like your dad,
and I will not. If my dad was a good person, I will.
But all your partners look like your fucking dad.
Let me finish my point before you interrupt. You can't judge me actually because I tolerate shit from my dad. What do you want me to do? Go adopt another dad? I can't do that.
But I cannot.
That is a problem between my mom and her husband.
Might be correct with a lot of women, but with me.
And for me, just because my dad treated me the same way, I'm gonna take shit from my mom. No, I didn't choose my dad, but I'm gonna choose a partner, and I'm not gonna choose a partner that's gonna oppress me in the name of a loving relationship. Society, fuck society. Go date the society.
Yeah, really.
On God.